All right, something else just hit my spirit about this case and this organized crime. Vicki French and Dennis French. Dennis French is Artist French brother. Vicki French is married to Dennis French, married into the family. They know something about the inheritance, or one of the inheritances. Maybe Artist French, and I'm not 100% sure if he did leave me something. But I know that we used to live in the house. It's a family house on Atkinson Road. Okay. And I have never been able to wrap my mind around why, if Artist French died and it was his house or the family house, why didn't it go to Jesse French? I think that I shared with y'all. If I haven't, I'm sharing it now. But if I did, I'm sharing it again. I think I shared with y'all that I went and got what probate records they did have, or the ones that they allowed me to see at the Robeson County Courthouse. There may be some hidden. I know there's something hidden because there was something amended on his records, on the probate records. And then two, they were pointing out something to me about the kids that were listed on the back of the probate records. Maybe something that was left to me possibly, and this is just, I'm not 100% sure, but check into the amendment of Artist French's, his estate records. Check into that amendment, why it was amended, what was amended, okay? I know that there is a family house. I'm not sure if it's his family house or if it was him and Jesse French house. I don't know exactly how that went. All I know is I do have one memory, and it's like faint, of when we were living there, okay? And it had to be, I couldn't have been about 6 or 7 years old with this memory. It was around the time when he died is when I have this memory from, but I do also have some other faint memories of me possibly living there, like without Davin and Toya, who are Daphne Brown's kids. Okay, those are very faint because it seemed like I remember playing in the backyard by the well. So there's something very significant too about possibly a well behind this house. I know the house is on Atkinson Road in Orem, North Carolina. I don't know the complete address, but I think the name of that road is Atkinson Road. Y'all look into the records for Artist French estate at Robeson County Courthouse. Also look for any estate records for him in other states, because I think that when I was doing research on him, I think I found that he lived in Virginia or Maryland, one of them, at one time too, if I'm not mistaken. So he did have records of living in another state. He did have a home in another state. Okay. Check into those records. Also check into Vicki French and Dennis French. Vicki French, she works at the city of Lumberton, the light company. All right. I've had a couple encounters with her because I've had to go up there to, get extensions on my light bills. The first extension that I went and requested, I seen her. And this is one of the ways that she has participated in this organized crime. She told me that I had to wait to do my extension until the last day, like when the bill was due. So I went on like that Thursday or Friday or some shit. And the last day was like that Monday or something. She was like, I had to wait till that Monday to put in for my extension, because I had to wait until the actual cutoff date to put my extension in, which was a lie. And I found that out later. So there are records of me signing in, okay? When I actually did the extension, she didn't do the extension that day. It was a part of organized crime. When I actually completed the extension, I called in and did it, okay? But I later found out when I did another extension earlier than the cutoff date, I found out then that I didn't have to wait till the cutoff date to do my extension. So Vicki French has participated in organized crime. Dennis French knows something too, because I reached out to him and was trying to, just connect with the family, trying to find out more about the family. He was very dismissive, okay? They have guilty consciences about something. I never met, well, to my knowledge, I don't know who Artist French mama was. She might have left me something. You know what I'm saying? Her and his daddy. I don't know. But although I don't think Daphne Brown and Torrance Williams is my mom and daddy, those people may have left me something. So it's possible that my real family left me something, and then this fake family left me something too. I don't know exactly. I'm just trying to put the pieces together based off what they're giving me from the other side, okay? I know there's something significant about Artist French in the house on Atkinson Road, and the fact that his mama is popping in right now and his daddy is popping in right now. Maybe they left something for me as well, because everybody in the family seems to know about a secret except for me. I don't know who my real parents is, and I know I come from a royal bloodline. I'm just trying to put the pieces together based off what I've heard from the people that are passed on now and what I'm hearing from the other side. Check into the amendment of Artist French estate records at Robinson County Courthouse. Check into the amendment that was done on my birth certificate. Check those records where they said DNA testing was done, okay? Because Daphne Brown stated that DNA testing was done in regards to me and Torrance Williams, and that the test results said that I was his child. She said that he was getting child support. I mean, she was getting child support for me from him, okay? But we were always struggling. So either she wasn't getting child support or she was getting it and doing something else with it. I know that she did have a drug problem. She was snorting cocaine back in the day, because I've heard people tell me about it. There are people that I snorted lines with, that she used to snort lines with, that told me that she used to snort lines when I was snorting lines, okay? And I've never told her that, but there are people that I know for a fact I did drugs with, hanging out, getting high with, when I was getting high. And they told me that they used to get high with my mama, with Daphne Brown. All right? My mama, okay? Check into Artist French records about his estate and the amendment that was done, why it was amended, what was amended, what was removed, what was added. Check into that. Okay. Also check into artist French, his mama and his daddy, any records about them having an estate or any wills. Okay, when I went and tried to check for artist French, I couldn't find a will for him. I think it's something buried behind the house, like where the clothesline is, because I remember I don't know, I'm having some faint memories about something when the clothesline was put up. I think it's a well behind that house too. I'm not 100% sure, but it's been so long. I don't know the exact address of the house, okay? I know it's on Atkinson Road in Orem, North Carolina. Check into the records for artist French estate, any probate records, any wills. Check for his mama and his daddy, any records of any wills, any records of any estate records, you know, for when they passed. I don't remember them, okay? If they were alive when I was around, I don't remember them, okay? But check into those records. Also get Vicki French and Dennis French, if y'all don't already, because you may have heard them talking to somebody. Get their lines tapped. They know something, because I asked Vicki about the house and it hit my spirit, and they told me to ask her about it, and what her response was, I stay out of it. I remember when they were selling the house, I think when they sold the house, it was, I don't know, it had to be a couple years before I left Chris Road. I don't know exactly what year it was. But Rodney was still living, because when they were selling the house, it was like all of them, the Frenches and stuff, they had to sign off on it. And then Jesse French had to sign off on it too. Now, I don't know who has this power of attorney over me, or who, you know, I don't know who left money. I don't know who has the power of attorney. I don't know about none of this shit. I just know that what I'm hearing is something funky is going on. There's something funky that went on with the estate records being amended. And something funky going on about my birth certificate as well. Okay. Vicki French, when I was asking her about the house, she seemed a little uneasy when I was asking her, you know, who was the house left to, you know, what was going on with the house. All she said was, I stay out of it. Like she was trying to dismiss me. She didn't want to talk about it. Okay. She knows something. She don't just stay out of nothing, because they had a big old fuss and there was a big old fight, what they made it seem like, about the house. All I know is Daphne Brown said that, I think her name is Bonnie French, who is one of Artist French's sisters, said that she kicked us out of the house when I was little. So I don't know exactly what went on there and how it went on, but the records for who owns that house, who the house was left to, who it was sold to, those records need to be checked. I don't know what lawyer they had. I think it was McIntyre Law Firm, but I'm not 100% sure, because I remember Rodney talking to me about it, and he was telling me to tell Grandma to go ahead and sign off on selling it, because they were waiting on her to sign, is what he said. They needed everybody's signature for it to, you know, be done. And so he was talking to me about it, and I was like, I don't blame her. Like, why y'all gonna sell the house when somebody can live in it? Like, and then next thing I know, the houses got, I heard that she signed the paper and the house got sold. So there was something that went on where all of them had to sign off on the house to get sold. Okay, it's possible that that house was maybe left to me. It's possible that his mom and daddy maybe left something to me, because y'all gotta remember that there were some people in this family that actually did give a fuck about me, that cared about me. Okay, and it's possible that those people left me some things, although I don't think that this is my real family. Okay, although that I know there's something funky going on with my birth certificate, all of that. Okay, just trying to put the pieces together, although I'm not able to, I don't know much about, finding records and all this, that, and the third. I know I have some stuff. I just don't have the means to do the real extensive searching. So that's why, another reason why I'm coming on here and sharing this with y'all, because I know that y'all have the means and the resources to research and find out what, and what. Okay. Yeah, I know for a long time that Jesse French wouldn't sign off on it. And then Rodney talked to me, and then after he talked to me, and I was like, somebody can live in it. Next thing I know, she said that she fucked around and just went ahead and signed off on it. And she had like, oh, I'm going to give it to God and stuff. She could have been lying about that. There could be multiple people with powers of attorneys over me. I don't fucking know what the fuck going on, but all I know is something that ain't right with that house, with how it got sold, who sold it. There's a lawyer that was in charge of all of that. I think it is McIntyre, but I'm not 100% sure. Rodney did tell me, but then I wasn't woke. I wasn't really paying attention enough to remember exactly what law firm it was. But for some reason, McIntyre Law Firm is sticking out. So I need for y'all to please, I'm asking y'all to please research their deaths, Artist French mama and daddy deaths, and look into if they left anything to me. Look into if Artist French left anything to me. Find out where my real birth certificate is, and I already asked y'all or gave y'all a tip on Scotland Memorial Hospital and Daphne Brown, whose child am I? Like, I don't believe that there are records at Scotland Memorial Hospital of Daphne Brown having a child, having me at that hospital. Both of her kids was born in at Southeastern, where she lives. If she lived in Lumberton, why was she in Scotland County? Why was she in Scotland County on May the 30th around that time? What business did she have there if she was pregnant for real? And went into labor there. What business did she have there? That this stuff needs to be researched and found out. Search the hospital records, find out because I had a dream. They showed me a dream where they went, Daphne Brown and Jesse French, and they traveled, and they switched out my birth certificate when they were while they were gone. And it might have been one time when we went to New York when they switched it out too, because I remember, and this just keep popping up in my spirit, on the way back from New York, this one particular time, like, I can't remember any other time that we went, but I know we went multiple times. When we went this particular time, Daphne Brown, she started a spitball fight. And like everybody in the van we had a big ass spitball fight. It is, I believe that was all organized as well so that they could do a spell on all the kids to erase our memories about the trip. Because there was something that went on during that trip that they didn't want us to remember. Okay, and it was quite a few of us. Yeah, it was quite a few of us, and there was something that went on during that trip to New York that they did not want us to remember. Okay, they did spell work on us with them spitballs because they collected all the spitballs and they did spell work. So it all needs to be researched. I done told y'all, I don't know how many times that Rodney said that nobody knew that Daphne Brown was pregnant. She didn't look pregnant. Nobody knew. She just popped up with a baby one day, and that was me. Okay? So, I don't know where I came from. I know I came from royalty. I know I came from people with money. And I know that those people with money left me something. There were only certain people in the family that knew about me in the secret. Okay? Grandma and Jesse and Daphne, they definitely knew because they were the ones that were part of orchestrating the plan. Okay? And so Daphne had to act like she was the one that was pregnant, but she was hiding it, which was a lie. And like I said, Rodney knew something was off, but he just brushed it off. But then I believe that before they killed him, somebody asked him something and was trying to figure out, maybe he found out what the secret was. And then he was like, they was like, well, we're planning to kill her so that we can, get the rest of this money. And he was not going to help them do that. Okay. Me and Rodney had a very good relationship. They knew that. All right. We was close. Me and Rodney was like this. We talked about a lot of stuff. But he knew something was off about Daphne Brown just popping up with a baby one day. So I know that they killed my parents. I know Jessie French. I know Jessie French is one of the ringleaders. Okay, I know she has had some trauma from her childhood. I know that she didn't really like Elise Brown, who is her mother. I know that she didn't really like her like that because she has told me stories about some trauma that she inflicted on her. Said she used to dye her hair, her arm, her hair on her arms black, her hair on her head black. Said she used to dye her hair black because she was the only white child out of, all of them, and she was kind of ashamed of her, and then back then, it was rough for niggas. So she was traumatized from that experience, and she didn't like, she didn't really fuck with great grandma like that. Like, she didn't go see her and stuff. Like, if you're traumatized by a parent, you're really not gonna like them. So I know for a fact that she didn't really like her mama. Okay. And I told y'all that the mama, the brothers, first the brothers, she killed all the brothers, orchestrated for them to die. And then she orchestrated for her mama to die. Okay, she inflicted pain on her that way. Then she killed her. Then she killed her sister, or had her sister killed. So I believe that Jessie French is this person that has started to. I believe she has organized these crimes that have her brothers and sisters and her mama and them killed. Okay. And I know that Daphne Brown and Jessie French are in cahoots, and they know what's going on because they're close. I don't know how close they are now with everything, about to hit the fan and stuff like that, and their lives and stuff falling apart. But I know that Jessie French has had the family under a spell because you got to understand, when she's the one that has been cooking for people, like, on the holidays and stuff. And I know that when she has cooked for everybody, she's putting spells in that food because, that makes it, they're low vibrational, so they're more susceptible to it. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of the people in the family have went against me. That and jealousy. So she's putting her feelings into that food, and then the feelings that she has towards me is being, you know, everybody else is eating up those feelings, if it makes sense to y'all, if you understand energy. Because I've noticed, like, some of my little cousins that I was close to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't fuck around no more because they have taken on that spirit of jealousy and hatred and all this that towards me. Okay, so Jessie French, definitely, if y'all don't got her phones tapped, y'all should be in her phones tapped. Make sure them bitches is tapped. Daphne Brown as well. I know I done called out some names. I know that y'all probably already got them tapped, but this just hit my spirit. This just hit my spirit. But Vicki French, Dennis French, Jessie French, Artist French, Mama, and his daddy. They estate records, any probate records, any wills, lawyers that handled those estates, if there were any. Find out who sold the house, what realtor sold the house. Find out what lawyer handled helping them sell the house. Okay. And I think that yeah, I think that this, I know that this ties into the case some type of way. Yeah, I know that this ties into the case some type of way. So let's wrap this shit up. I'm tired of hearing about it, for real. But I gotta get everything out like they tell me to get it out, because I know that y'all are taking the lead seriously, because I'm 10 for 10. So just follow up on it. And I'm tired. So please, y'all doing a good job. Keep it up.